Hey guys, we're back. We decided to tell you guys about the time that Dimitri told me I was the one.
God. And you're gonna love it. I tend to pick like really bad moments to express my loving feelings.
Yeah! So we'll just jump right in, right?
Let's go. Let's go for it.
If you didn't know, we were on Big Brother Canada. That's where we met. After the show ended, we felt very strongly about each other. But I always felt like I know I love him and I know he says he loves me, but he has huge commitment issues.
Had.
And
you know what? I was just waiting for the right one to tear those walls down.
Sure. We were in a relationship, but I didn't really know where it was going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the show, we had spent a little bit of time in Toronto, but then we went to my hometown to go check it out. We're talking small town Alberta. One stoplight. And so it was the first time we've been home since. And the local bar threw me a coming home party. And they invited, obviously, both of us. A little background story on this bar. So, small town. There's generally only like one bar that everybody hangs out at. And this bar is kind of like a sports bar / strip joint / like, you know.
The hangout spot, the strip club, and the bar is like in one little thing.
It's like an all-in-one. It's like a package deal so that everybody in the town can get to one spot. So these guys decided to throw us a coming home party.
I was like, it's my first time in his town. I was so happy.
She's gonna meet a lot of my friends for the first time.
Yeah, we were at his house getting ready to go to this, to go to the bar. We're getting ready, and as we're getting ready, I'm getting nervous, and I'm like, okay, let's take a couple shots to just shake the nerves. I'm gonna take some shots to loosen up, right? So when I get there, I'm like, good, because right after Big Brother, when you go into these situations, a lot of people know who you are, but you don't know who they are, and they're just telling you all these things, and they're very like, oh my gosh, like, we watched you, and it could be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm like, you know, like meeting his friends. I'm not used to this situation at all. It's a very small town. There's no black people. I'm like, you know, I'm really nervous. So I start taking shots, and like, I'm a lightweight, okay? Like, I'm a lightweight.
As you can imagine.
I'm a lightweight.
She's a little girl.
Right? And then I hear Dimitri on the phone, and the bar is sending us a limo, and I'm like, I don't want these people thinking that we're some big deal.
Right, it's be like low-key. Just kind of sneak in, like, hey, what's up, guys? Not like this grand entrance of us getting out of a limo.
Oh.
They went out of their way to, like, make us feel like we were getting the absolute royal
Star treatment.
And they absolutely did. Like, and especially it's like my hometown where I know all these people. All these people knew me before the show, and it's like now
and you're pulling up
they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's pulling up in a limo. He thinks he's sweet. So it was a little weird.
I peeped through the window, saw the limo, and took one more shot. I was like, ooh! So we go down to the bar, and it's happening. You know, it's happening.
Yeah,
the party started. A lot of people are coming up.
Lots of people coming up with drinks, and like even for me, it was getting to the point where I was like, guys, like I don't need any more shots. And she was keeping up like shot for shot at this point. So and like I've been seeing people that I haven't seen in months, and they're coming up to me. So it was just like we were kind of separated, and I look around the room and I'm like, where is Aika?
Yeah, so I started to feel sick, because remember, I was drinking from his house. I saw Dimitri like having fun, and I didn't want to be the person who's like, hey, like I'm not feeling very well, and take him away from the fun that he's having. So I just like snuck off to the bathroom by myself. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I've never felt so sick. I have never felt so sick. I start throwing up.
She does not like floors, toilets,
handles, you know,
handles,
elevator buttons.
Anything that people touch with anything at all. she's not a fan of.
I am not a fan of. Let me just tell you how I was sitting my whole self on that dirty ass bathroom floor, throwing up, holding on to the toilet. Oh, it was so gross.
Praying to the porcelain gods.
Throwing up. The strippers heard me throwing up, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay." And suddenly she came back. And I'm sorry, I'm saying the stripper, but I really don't know her name. The employee of the bar came back.
Entertainer.
The entertainer came back. And she brought me a warm cloth, put on my forehead. I was like,
she did?
Yes.
I didn't even know this part.
She brought me a warm cloth for my forehead, and every time I thought I felt better, I would just throw up again. And like, you have to understand, like, I don't go to bars and throw up, and I'm just like, I just want to get this throw up out so I could just go back and enjoy the party. Like, I actually want to have fun.
Someone came up to me, and I don't know if it was the same entertainer that saved you with the reg, but someone was like, I think your girlfriend is in the bathroom and she might need your help. So I go straight to the girls' bathroom, and I like, the girls' bathroom. I open it, there's a couple people in there. I'm like, sorry. And I'm like knocking on the stall. I'm like, Ika, are you okay?
And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just go back and have fun. I'm fine.
And obviously I can tell that she is in dire need of help. So I'm like, baby, let me in. Baby, let me in. You do eventually let me in.
I let you in.
And then the poor girl, she's, you know.
I'm like, I don't feel good.
She doesn't feel good, and I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, okay. So we stay there.
But I know what it is. I felt bad that I felt like I was ruining your, like, the welcome home party.
No, but you weren't. You weren't at all. And you were like going from puking to like, you know when you're drunk and you want to all of a sudden lay down on a cold floor? And I'm like, baby, you cannot. I'm like, baby, get up. And I start giving her like a pep talk, and I'm like, baby, you're gonna puke one more time.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get up. We're gonna go out. We're gonna say bye to a few people.
Save some face.
We're gonna save some face, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And she's
I can't do it.
She's like, I can't. I just want to lie down. I start getting in my feelings.
He start getting into his feelings. He's like, you're so beautiful. I'm just like, huh? What?
And I kind of forget my surroundings, because right now I've got like tunnel vision on beautiful Ika.
He's like, you're so beautiful. And I'm just like, okay.
And then I go and I start telling her, you're the one I want to be with for forever.
I know. And I was like...
And this is the first time I've ever said anything like this.
Let me tell you how I was like, no. Like I've never felt more like happy but mortified in my life, because I was like, I like the words, but like, I don't want to remember it like this. I don't want to remember it like this.
The best part is, we finally muster up the courage to get off the floor, and we open the stall door, and there's like a bunch of girls in the bathroom who had been listening to our conversation. And I was just like, we totally thought we were alone.
Some of them thought it was sweet.
It was sweet.
They were like, oh.
We hopped our drunk butts in the limo, and he took us home.
The next day I was scared. I was just like, crap, like, did he really mean that? I'm just taking it as, you know what? He probably was drunk and probably didn't mean it. Probably doesn't think I remember. So I didn't want to ask and say, did you mean what you said to me last night? Because they're going to be like, yeah, of course. So I was like, do you remember what you said last night? And he was like, yeah.
I remember all of it. And I was like, and I mean it. And I've never said anyone is the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. That stuff I've never said to anybody.
No, he is scared of commitment.
You know what? I was just waiting for the right person to tell it to. My timing was not great, but we will always remember the moment that my walls came crashing down.
I'll never forget that moment.
Well, I think I even felt like, I was like, damn, did I freak her out when I said that? Because, like, you know, you weren't in the most, like, agreement of states Where you're like, oh, me too, baby. You're kind of.
Oh, I didn't say me too.
She's like, okay, like maybe we should get out of here.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't say me too.
You know what though? You are not really that type of person. No. I can tell, like, when I say really sweet things to you, that it makes you, like, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't say it hoping to get a response like, oh, you too, baby. I just say it because it's, like, it's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know. And it's, like, I don't expect you to, like, reciprocate it right away. I can tell what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And so it's not like I was like, oh, she didn't say it back. I was just like, I need to just tell her how I feel.
Can I tell you something? To this day, it's been like a year and a half later, I didn't realize I didn't say it back until you just said it.
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of conversing coming out of you, you know? It was more,
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
No, it's okay.
I feel so bad.
I didn't take it any sort of way.
I feel so bad.
I just know how you are, and I just knew you were like, you're taken back. You're like, oh.
You know, as women, you have it in your mind how things are supposed to look. Girl, throw it away. Throw that vision away because it is not going to happen that way. All the things I've said I've wanted, like I've gotten that in Dimitri, but it just came differently. It's good because it's like not expected and surprising and not wait. When you expect things, it's boring.
Right.
When you don't like expect it, it's more fun.
Yeah.
And that's the story of when Dimitri told me that I was the one. We've never done a story time for you guys. Let us know if you like these kinds of videos where you get to sit down with us and be a little bit more personal and tell you guys, you know, things that happen in our lives.
And if you got some great embarrassing stories, leave them below in the comments. Yeah. We'll read them. We'll check them out.
And you guys know we always read your comments. We always read your comments. So we always try to respond.
We want to hear your stories. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
The pauses in between takes me out.
You guys know.
The pauses in between takes me out.
I want them to comprehend what I'm saying. I don't want to be like, comment, subscribe. That means nothing. You need to like right now. Comment after I'm done. Pause. Subscribe right now.
I can't. It takes me out every time. It takes me out every time. That's it. Hopefully they like this kind of video. I hope they like it because we've never done this sort of video before.
No, and you know what? They're kind of fun to do. Poor you.
Poor me.
Poor you having someone spill their feelings about you.
The girls in the bathroom were just like, oh, I was just like, no, you're not eyeing. I know you're not eyeing right now.
You know what? I think that says even more about what I said because it's like, you know how when people do their vows in sickness and in health, you were in sickness. And I told you that you were the one in sickness.
He's trying.
It's not like you're so pretty.
But so wait, you're throwing me off. Stop. When Dimitri was like the town's like throwing a party, I was like the town bar. I was like, oh my gosh, like I got out the house and came to Toronto. Hey, don't want to throw my ass a party. So I was like, that is so freaking cool. Like that is such love. I was like, you know what, little stripper bar, I'm gonna come to you. Dimitri has a knack for choosing just the wrong time.
My timing is not great.
To tell me really sweet things that I have to remember for the rest of my life. You get the vibe that it's more of a hangout bar spot and there just happens to be strippers there.
Right. It's like background noise, like, you know.
Kind of, yeah. That's what, so I understood why it was like appropriate.
Right. It's not like we're all sitting in the front, like,
yeah. Like throwing one, I hate it.
Right.
It wasn't like that. Like the strippers were probably mad that we were there because they weren't making any money.
They're like, all right, paying attention.
They're like, what the hell? They probably were just like, you know what? These two could go, you know?
As the limo driver, if you could like drop us around back.
And we'll walk around the front.
And we'll walk around. And
he was like, no, it's okay. Like, we'll drop you. And I'm like, sir, you won't let us out back now. Like Dimitri took me up the mountains in Jasper. You could have told me I was the one then.
It was like 2 days
You
later.
couldn't have